Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Battle Brothers, and now that we've completed our quest, it's time to go back to Weisenhaus and collect our payment. And I thought about going down the road, but I guess I'll just take the shortcut. I'll take the autopath route this way. During camp, a fresh cool breeze is blowing today, and you feel like it's a good time for Mouse's cadets to start something new. You call them in to gather around. What do you tell them? Okay, so we have a new list of ambitions, and there's quite a few, so let's look over them all. We need to catch the eye of one of the noble houses for more profitable work. They play their own dangerous game, but what does it matter as long as the pay is good? We fight well, but we need to be better organized in case things get dire. I shall name a sergeant to rally you on the battlefield. Okay. Well, this one I'm not sure we'll be able to do right now because we're not able to take any of the jobs from the noble house, but I'm curious. We're very close to 1,000. That might be the tipping point. Let us set out in the wilderness, discover the unknown, and plunder it. Beat a wizard's tomb, goblin camp, or aught else we may find. Well, that's, I think, more a later game ambition. Let us set aside skirmishes for now and seek to defeat a group of at least a dozen opponents. That is how our name will become known throughout the land. Well, out of all of these, I think picking a sergeant that we can rally around and be better organized sounds like the better of the choices. So I'm going to go with that. Okay, so what is the thing we have here? Have one man with the Rally the Troops perk. Okay, so that's not a hard thing to do. Let me first take a look real quick at that perk in question. So if I remember correctly, that should be a perk that is in this class, or is... Oh, here it is. Rally the Troops. Okay. So, what I'm thinking, right now we have Gunner being the one that has the banner, the battle standard. But I think we realized that this man here, oh, he's already been leveled up too, huh? I'm trying to see if there would be somebody that would be a good person to give this trait to. Unlocks the rally skill, which can rally fleeing allies and raise morale of all nearby allies to a steady level. The higher the resolve of the character using the skill, the higher the chance to succeed. Alright, well, the question is, would we want to take... Well, we have to take that to complete this, obviously. But would we want to wait until somebody leveled up to that level? Which would be, this guy here is a candidate as well as this guy. But both of them are not really great in the resolve department. I don't think that necessarily matters. Yeah, wait, I'm sorry, it does. The higher the resolve of the character, usually using the skill, the higher the chance to succeed. So really, we would want to give this to somebody that has a lot of resolve. I'm not sure who that is, if I were to be honest with you. Probably Alaric, and Alaric has been kind of our man. It's just unfortunate that we've already taken a level here, and I have a feeling that this here, these level of perks are probably pretty good and something we'd want to take, so it kind of sucks that we wouldn't have that available to us. But yeah, from what I'm seeing, Alaric seems to have the most resolve out of anybody. And then outside of that, maybe Gunner would be a good move, or Havard, but I think Alaric is our top man for that skill, so we'll figure it out. It shouldn't take too much longer to level somebody up, and at that point, we have multiple choices of who to take that skill, or perk, I should say. Alright, so food might be a little bit of a concern for the group. I take a look at the stash. We should have burned through the food that was going to expire. So all this food should be good for the meantime. It's kind of unfortunate that we lost that beer because that's a lot of food down the drain. Alright, we should get to Weisenhouse no problem, as far as I'm concerned. Then I'll have to think about where to go next. On your return, you find Lars of Weisenhouse sitting in the town square, his arms up to the skies, his eyes closed, his mouth murmuring prayers. We've seen this before, so more or less we're going to give him their old Elder Stone. Everybody's happy, and they're in high spirits, and we get our 290 crowns. Not a lot of money, but it's something. Okay, so we have another job here, and I have a feeling I know what it is because ambush trade routes. Now, I have to keep in mind here that we do have some bad injuries. So, also medical supplies are running low. Let's take a look at this. Now, I can't treat some of these injuries, and we've seen that does quicken the time span it takes to gain attributes back or regain the injury. It looks like really only one man is needing that treatment, and I think it's actually a good call. So for now, I don't think there's a reason to take the contract. Out of curiosity, what level is it? It's only on one skull, huh? Well, I do want to stick around if there is a mission. And as I was saying, we're very close to getting that 1,000 renown that we're looking for. So this might tip it. And our relationship with Weisenhouse should be good. Yeah, very friendly. So I figure we wait until morning, see what we can do with the... because this has a temple here, which we can use to treat the man. So let's camp up and wait until daylight. Okay, that's probably good enough. There we go. Alright, so the temple. I'm gonna have to apparently treat each of these injuries separately. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's take a look at the marketplace. Now I need medicine, and the one thing that I'm good with in this town is medicine is not really being oversold here. So I might as well buy a couple while I'm here. The one thing that we can't get here very well is supplies. Food is also being highly sold or highly upmarked. Ooh. Interesting. This is the first time I've seen this. Okay, nothing really here. I mean, this is only 34 gold and might be worth picking up for my backliners, but nothing else here is really all that interesting. For now, I would like to take a look at my men, because I have never really assigned bandages to anyone, and I do have this in my inventory. And somebody that would be really important to my band that I wouldn't want to get hurt probably should have it. So let's do that. So he has bandages, usable in combat. If he's bleeding, we can stop the bleeding. That seems like a good call. And we've had that since like the beginning of time, and I never really did assign it because I really didn't know where it needed to be assigned. Okay, so if we do this mission, ambush trade routes, if that's what the mission is, then we'll remove that from there, and then not only will the town be in high spirits, but they also like me a lot, so we should get some good deals, I would hope. Let's go ahead and take a look at this contract. An old shopkeeper waves to you. Good seeing you again, Sellsword. How often do you hear that? He thumbs down the road. If you'd like to do some more of that good work, then Eberhard, the treasurer, been looking for you. I'm all ears. Eberhard, the treasurer, takes a seat in the chair big enough to be comfortable for two. He bandies a mug back and forth. Brigands have been harrying us for weeks now. Just yesterday, they tried to set fire to a pub. Can you believe that? Who sets fire to such a thing? Luckily, we put it out just in time, but things are getting bad around here. If they threaten our precious drink, what will they do next? Luckily, we managed to find where these vagrants are hiding. So yes, I see your look. It's a simple task, Sellsword. We want you to go kill every last brigand there. Are you willing to work for us? Well, of course I'm going to work for you. It is a 1 skull, so I'm assuming it's not going to be that difficult, although everything has some element of difficulty in this game. Alright, so how much is he willing to pay? 380. We'll press him a little bit. 390, okay. That's not a lot more, but I will accept the offer. And east of here, okay. I accept this contract. Okay. Now we don't have that much food. And we should have enough, though, for a couple days. So take a look at where this is. Oop. Okay, so east of here. Oh, well east of here. Now, that shouldn't be 2 days away, maybe even just 1 day away. But it might be a good idea to get some food here, even if it is being upsold. So let's take a look at that. Now, the bread's only being upsold for a bit. The grains are being upsold quite a bit. So why don't we just go ahead and buy a loaf of bread here. And call it a day. Okay, so we're under... That last mission actually cost me more money than I think I made, but... Well, that's not necessarily true, because we sold a number of items. Alright, let's go kill these brigands. We might not get there. As a matter of fact, I want to go around this way, so we'll path... kind of force the path over this way. I'm not sure if we'll get there when it's still daylight. And there might be a cause to wait it out so that we can get this guy treated or, you know, at least healed up. If it looks like we're going to get there at nighttime, I think that's the better strategy anyway. Okay, it looks like we're going to get there in time. So the question is, what do we do about the man that is really hurting? Well, mostly it's a matter of his light wound, because it looks like his other wounds went away. And mostly that's just going to bring his hit point total down. So I guess we'll go ahead, even though that does put him in danger. If we lost him, to me, it might not be the end of the world, because he has a big resolve and initiative hit from his previous traumatized experience. I wouldn't necessarily like losing his equipment, though, that's for sure. Matter of fact, let's take a look at that. So you have a boar spear here, which is the better of the spears. You are probably not as proficient as this other man that has a spear over here. So let's do that. And it's actually probably getting to the point where this man is more valuable than this man. But we'll leave everything else the same. Alright, here we go. Hopefully he'll get some of his hit points back before we get there. Can't make out who you'll be facing. Attack at your own peril, and be prepared to retreat if need be. Alright, let's engage. Alright, well that's a pretty big band. Let's take a look at them. They aren't particularly well armed, it looks like, for the most part. This guy is a danger. The marksman is. Looks like we have the opportunity to get high ground here. As a matter of fact, this is really good high ground that we might be able to get. I think we wait with the back line, though, just so that we can possibly get that better high ground. Okay, we got lucky there. Well, I say we got lucky. We didn't really get lucky necessarily. Okay, so I'm gonna move on over here, and then we'll shield wall up. And I don't think there's anything we can do here outside of that, so these guys are just gonna run for me. Now, this guy shouldn't be able to attack up here. He's gonna have to move here to be able to do that. Okay, we're gonna pass for now. There is maybe a danger of them flanking me down at the bottom. I won't be able to put up a shield wall and a spear wall, so it'll be hard keeping them away. Okay, they do have at least one Brigand Raider. They have 2 Brigand Raiders that I see so far. So those guys are going to be well armored and armed. It looks like they are trying to flank and gain the high ground over here. So I'm going to have to be mindful of that and maybe move further down than I was originally prepared to do. Still, we're going to pass here. Oh, here's another Brigand Raider. Okay, pass. Alright, so knowing that I have to move further down than originally planned, I think we start doing that. So I'm going to move this guy to here. He should still be able to shield wall up. But I think the wiser move here is maybe to spear wall up, which will keep them off of me. Because these guys shouldn't be able to, these two should not be able to shield wall up and get here, because they'll run out of action points by the time they get here. So I should be able to keep these guys back with a spear wall. Okay. So with that being said, can we get down here? We can, but I won't be able to do a shield wall, so it will be a little bit risky. But I think we have to go for it. Okay. So we know the objective is to move down as far as we can. I don't like the way he's pathing there. Can I not move here? It's making me go into the combat zone, it looks like. Because I think what's going on here, we'd have to see. Yeah, see, this is too high. And for whatever reason, it's oftentimes very difficult to get the AI to path the way you want them to. So I might just pass here, because I will be moving these guys, and maybe we'll be able to path it the way I want it to be pathed. Whether or not we have enough action points to do what I want to do, I'm not sure. But I definitely don't want to path into a combat zone and then move past it, because then I'd get attacked. So let's go ahead and just pass for now. Okay, now this guy has probably the same problem. Let's see if we can get him to path properly here. So if we move here, yeah, see, he's going the way we don't want him to go. So I'm just going to wait with him. Okay, so this man, I'm going to move down to here. Again, we're not going to be able to do the shield wall. So the question is, if I do the math here, so that's 3, that's 6. We should be able to move. There would be a hole here, regardless of what I do, I think. But they can't get here, so that doesn't matter. We just need to hold this area. All right, so that doesn't matter. All right, I'm happy with that. So we'll move down this way. Okay, so this man we're going to have to pass as well. I think a lot of the reason we're doing this, unless I'm misreading this. Yeah, I'm doing this because these men are in the way, and I think it's not allowing me to path the way I want it to be pathed, so I'm just going to wait. And now we're going to try and get the men into a position where they're a little bit more useful. So I'm going to put the crossbowmen here. You should have enough action points to shoot. So now we choose the shot. I would like to take out the marksman here. Now I am opening myself up to attacks from the marksman as well. But if we take him out, then we don't have to worry about him anymore. Okay. Now we need to leave these 2 spots open. And ideally we want to get this guy in a position where we can use his resolve. So either here or here I would say would be the best place to put him. Let's put him here. Puts him right in the middle, I think, of the combat and where it's going to be. We're going to have to end the turn. Okay, now I don't know if we move here, if you'll be able to attack down here. But I think it's worth seeing if that's the case. And if not, he can attack later. So, yeah, he can't attack anywhere but here at the moment. So, all right, that's good to know for later. So we'll just end his turn. Okay, so this man, we're going to move to here. That should put him in a good place for next turn as well. Okay, and then you will move here, which will help guard this area. Okay, now the question is, can we get the men where I want them to be? Okay, so that man's going to have to stop there. And then hopefully this man will be able to get up where we need him. Because we do have kind of a hole. Okay. So, I want to move. All right. Let's cancel that move. I want to move there, and then I want to move... Yeah, so he keeps... So, that's 3, that's 6. He should have enough. If we move him... Yeah, there we go. Sometimes you just have to force the move you want to get happening. Alright, and to make sure that they can't round over this way and flank me, I'm going to have to move like that. Okay, so we're going to reload. And again, shoot at the crossbowman. I mean, sorry, not the crossbowman, the archer. Alright, so we've got him a couple critical hits there. We don't have any target right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass. Okay. Now I could attack here. I don't really see a reason why not. Yeah, let's go ahead. The downside is we don't have... This man can only attack certain areas. And with the line set up the way it is right now, we're kind of in a tricky spot, but let's go ahead and poke him. There we go. Okay. So I might as well pass because we don't have the man where we need it. Okay. Now we're going to shield wall up. And I don't see a reason why not to chop this man down. Well, there's a reason why not. Okay. So we have our obvious target here. Fortunate miss. Okay, so we're going to shield wall up. Make sure we're nice and defensible. And as much as it might be obvious to kill this man, I think we go after the man here. Reason being, I think we can maybe use these men to our best advantage if I do so. Okay, so they were going for the flank. I figured they would do that. Alright, so the thing that I'm not sure of, should I step down and put myself in this position? This would be good in a way because it allowed me to use my pikeman here. But it also would be bad in that it would expose him to a lot of attacks. And it would make it so this guy here really can't help. But at the same time, if I don't move there, somebody can move here and then move here. Granted, no, they really can't, though, because that's a combat zone. So the question is, do we want to be able to use this pikeman? Because right now, we can't use him, really, unless somebody moves here. And right now, nobody has done that. And the reason they haven't done that is because we had the spear wall up. And also, this is a combat zone, so they would have had to stop here. I don't know. I kind of see this as a place where we want to suck someone in so we can attack them with mini people. Rather than if we move here, this guy moves here. He has to attack uphill all the same, but this guy can attack him on the same plane. So I think the wiser move is just stay where I am. Shield wall up. And I don't know if we want to wait or not. I say we wait. Okay, now we've got this man. He's only got one man in front of him. He's definitely going to want to shield wall up. And then I figure we just chop down on the man. Okay. Same thing here. Shield wall up. And then poke the man. There we go. He's almost down. Okay, so spear wall was just to keep them off the high ground at that point. I think we shield wall up and we wait. We let them come into the zone at this point. And I don't believe you have a target right at the moment. Shield wall up. And we'll see if you have a target. I don't think you do. No. Okay. I didn't think so. Alright, let's, there shouldn't be anything else going on this turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and end his turn. Okay. Do we have an attack here? We do. Down he goes. And that turn. Okay, this man, unfortunately, we have no targets. So I'm just going to have him end his turn. And then these guys, I could put up this in case we're attacked. I don't know how high the likelihood is that this guy will get attacked. Because more than likely they'll get the surround bonus on this guy and want to attack him. So I think we just end the turn. We save our fatigue. Try not to burn through too much of it. Okay, so you're going to pass. Alright, we've got an opportunity to keep shooting here. Now this guy here is a tempting target, but I think we try and take out the marksman. That was unfortunate. Okay, well, we got a poke target. Poke him down. Alright, their morale is, you know, suffering because we're dropping them. Okay. Put up a shield wall. That's a good strategy. I think we wait because we're going to be chopping at his shield here in a little bit. I don't think we'll take it down in one turn necessarily, but... Alright, let's see if we can finish this guy. Okay, down he goes. Okay. They're making their moves. Alright, so yeah, that is one thing I wasn't watching carefully. Okay, so chop the shield. And then shield wall up to be defensive. Slash. Shield wall. Okay, at this point, we kind of know where our combatants are and where they're going to end up. This guy's being cheeky and doing a little bit of a flank around. Alright, we'll deal with him when it comes to that. But I think we need to surround this guy and take advantage of him now. So let's get over there. Okay, so we don't have a target over here. Unless we move over this way. And I figure, why not? Let's go after this man here. So... Although, alternatively, I could move there. Although this guy is, I think, 2 planes down. So we wouldn't be able to take out his shield just yet. I think we step forward and take this guy down. Although this guy could do that, couldn't he? How about instead... we come down here. Ugh. That's no good. Okay, well, I guess I'll move here just to prevent this flank. I mean, in theory, he could flank all the way over this way, but I think we put combat zones in this area. Actually, he can't come directly here, can he? Maybe he can. Kind of hard to see exactly how the train goes. But I think, yeah. He's only 1 layer down, so this should put out the combat zones that make him have to at least go around. So he can't just come straight up on top of the hill. Okay, so there's that. Okay, so it's going to be poke and shield wall. Shield wall. Let's move forward. And poke. Okay. Let's poke. And shield wall. And this man, I'm going to step. And I could repel him, which would poke him down. How much of a chance is that to hit? Pretty much the same. Well, if we repel him, he would have to spend the action points to come back, wouldn't he? Let's try for it. Okay. This man doesn't have a target. Anywhere I move would require me to not be able to do an attack this turn. And we don't want this guy to be able to chop me to pieces, necessarily. I think we move here. This gives me an opportunity to move there and chop at him next turn if we want. Okay, let's end turn. Okay. This man will move before this man. How about we just wait, be patient. Okay. I don't think this chance to hit is going to get any better, though. We could wait for the shield chop. Why don't we wait for the shield chop? Alright, reload. Shoot. Hopefully we get a better... There we go. Okay, that's what we were looking for. We're going to move here. And chop this man, hopefully down. Okay. Now we can engage this man and keep him off our hill. At least I think we can. When does he move? He moves then. So the best thing to do here... It's really hard for me to tell, again, the way the terrain is. But we should have him in a combat zone if we move here. But I think we put up our shield wall to defend ourselves. Okay, he did manage to get up on the hill. Alright, I'm gonna have to wait, I think. Ow. Okay, this man, we're gonna chop to pieces. No defense, all offense here. Okay, fortunately we're low on fatigue, so I can't do the shield chop as I had intended. We could just do a single chop, but then that would be all we would pull off. So it's going to be refresh fatigue. Here, we just take the guy down. Okay. We don't have a move right this second, but eventually we're going to come after this guy. Okay. That's unfortunate. Let's go full offense here. Okay. And I'm going to shield wall just for defense. Okay. So... probably I should finish this man rather than go after this man. But I am going to put my shield wall up just as a caution. Hopefully we can drop him. Oh, no. Okay, we do have an attack here. Fortunate. Well, I honestly think this is the better target to go after here. There we go. Down he goes. Okay, now we can do the shield shot. And put your shield wall up so you're defended. Okay, reload. Shoot. Nice shot. We should have an attack here. Yep. Not a good one, though. Alright, let's finish this guy off. Okay, we got this guy where we want him. It's gonna take time, but we just... Shield wall. Oh, man. Well, unfortunately, we lost a man. That shouldn't have happened, probably, but... We did what we could to try and make that less likely to happen. Okay. And it was just a matter of waiting for this guy to go, really. Alright, I'm gonna... step down. Then end my turn. Okay, now it's time to move on this guy. Okay, he should be fleeing. So, give him a little bit of a poke. Okay, the wise move here is to recover. And full offense here. Okay. I don't think I'll be able to attack this turn. So let's just get in a position where we can attack next turn. All right, we're really close to having this done. Down he goes. All right. So one man left. Let's shield wall up. Let's be safe here. We've almost have this in the bag, so there's no point in blowing it all. All right, not a good shot, so we'll just we'll move here. Okay, we should be able to poke. Okay, so that guy doesn't have fatigue on his side. We will eventually catch up to him. Ugh. I am sad about that one man dying. I don't know if it was necessarily one of our better men, but I know it was one of our lower level men. But it's still sad to see it happen. Okay, so this man definitely in trouble. I could move here and try and push him off the hill. Which, if we do that, we might even hurt him from the fall. We'd also remove him from the high ground. There's a chance it wouldn't work, though. Let's see what we can do here. What kind of chance it is. 71%. There we go. Knocked him off the hill. We might be able to gain that high ground. But for now, I think we just end the turn. End the turn. Alright, let's wait. It's kind of funny that you can do that. Knock them off hills and have them get hurt a little bit from that. He might come up this way, so I have to be prepared for that. I don't think I've got a good shot at him either way he goes with the crossbow. I'm gonna move like this. Wait. All right, just so he doesn't do that, I'm gonna move this way, and then put up a spear wall that will attack him if he moves into the space, and if it hits, then he'll get knocked back. So why not? And then we'll have you move here, take this high ground. Then you just keep coming this way. Okay, well, he can't gain this high ground, so staying here is, you know, pointless. So let us move down this way so we can prevent him from gaining high ground one way or another. Now, we move here, we'll have high ground over him, but we'd only have one man on him. It's not ideal. I think for now, move here and wait. Okay, so he's just gonna run, isn't he? Maybe I should have engaged him then. It's gonna be hard to catch him. Kind of dangerous what I'm doing right here, because he might turn on and attack. Is it a good idea to run him down? We may have an actual good chance of running him down, but he is a major threat. So let's just say it's over. We don't need to lose any more men. So, unfortunately, Ortwin here is dead. Let's get our loot. So we did get his padded surcoat back, and I believe he had this as well. So we got all of his gear back as far as I can tell, because he had a hand axe. And then we get some more equipment as well, which is going to be an upgrade, some food, and all that stuff. Good stuff. Let's go ahead and loot it. I almost hit leave. Now we can leave. Rummaging what's left of the brigands' camp, you discover a prisoner of theirs. Freeing him, the man sits up and explains that the brigands kidnapped him as he was traveling to Grafhaven and seek of work. You wonder if maybe he could work for you instead. You might as well join us. Well, we just lost a man, so why not? The man joins your ranks, immersing himself in a crowd of brothers who seem to take to him warmly enough for a group of paid killers. The newly hired states he's good with all weapons, but you figure you'll be the one to decide what's best what he's best with. Let's see what about a weapon for you. All right. So we gain back a man right after losing one. He is bloodthirsty. This character is prone to excessive violence and cruelty towards his enemies. An opponent isn't good enough dead. His head needs to be on a spike. Okay. All kills are fatalities if the weapon allows. Oh, wow. Okay. Eagle eyes, and he's a gravedigger. All right, so that's all good stuff. I would say he's fairly competent, but not necessarily the best. Let's give him minimum the padded surcoat, because he's going to be a frontliner, I think. We'll give him a shield, and we'll give him a hand axe. When somebody's not that great in melee, I tend to... He's pretty good in defense, though, so making him on the shield wall, I think, is a good call. And then as far as what he's going to wear outside of that, well, minimum I'll give him this, because that's what the guy before him had, but we're definitely going to have to reevaluate things. But this has been a long enough video, so I'm going to go ahead and do a lot of the cleanup in the next video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.